So legalization of prostitution through brothels will not solve the prostitution problem. People will continue to do things even though they're illegal. How many times do we go to work or school and we see someone on their phone texting and driving, or on the phone with someone, like a phone call? Even though it's legalized, it may not necessarily, people won't participate with it in the legal confines. Excuse me. Prostitution is detrimental towards the women in the profession. So the affirmative in that case is absolutely right. According to the article, Prostitution in the United States, 204 out of every 100,000 prostitutes, whether legal or not, are brutalized by pimps, johns, police, and self-abuse. Human trafficking is also present, but legalized prostitution will only increase it in an attempt to create variety and competition. Additionally, the affirmative will have you believe that the proposed brothels will have weekly screenings for STDs or STIs. According to Dr. Debbie Herbernick of the Kinsey Institute, brothels are not required to test for herpes or the human papillomavirus or HPV, and condoms cannot adequately protect against these diseases. So even if they do test, they don't test for something that is so common that almost everyone either carries or has actively. According to the Yonsei Medical Journal, 70 to 95% of women in this profession experience physical assault, among which 60 to 75% have been raped. So whether it's legal or not, someone is going to force themselves on these young women. So the current system does not offer protection for prostitutes because the supposed profession is illegal, shouldn't even be there. However, the affirmative's proposed action will not help protect these women. If anything, they will yield worse results. Pimps are numerous and have a strong hold on these girls. According to Veronica's Voice, the article Statistics, up to 90% of these prostitutes are under the control of a pimp. So asking these men to simply step down or go away isn't really likely. In fact, oftentimes when the girls try to leave, they're beaten within an inch of their life, more so than if they're just like withholding money. Excuse me. Additionally, the same source indicates that a prostitute was sold by a pimp on the street, and she refused to testify against him and visits him in prison currently. While in these prostitution rings under a pimp, they call their pimp daddy, and they are told that their prostitution ring is considered a family. According to the Prostitutes Education Network, one report citing 60% of abuse against street prostitutes perpetuated by clients, 20 by police, or 20 by your domestic relationships. In other words, they're pimps. So even if it's legalized, when the women go out to go to the gym or get something to eat, they face attack. Only 3% of these incidences are reported to police. Now this issue with they're going to make only people of 18 or older available to be prostitutes legally, according to Veronica's Voice, an estimated 600,000 of these prostitutes are under the age of 18. And fake IDs are like $100 to get. Their work-based location isn't going to help very much because if these women need help, they are miles from help or a cab or a police ride, or it's just a very long walk if they need help. And as far as the taxes are concerned, according to Sherry's Ranch, a legalized brothel in Nevada, there are no set prices, So these prostitutes can pretty much tell the authorities that they charge a couple $100 for a blowjob, for example, or intercourse, and they could actually, in realization, cost or charge like thousands of dollars. So they could lie. The way that any of us could potentially lie about tips just to keep more of our money when we report it to the IRS. According to Tabitha Leggett, an ex-prostitute, in her article, "What is it really like to work in a brothel?" She claims, "Some girls charge a few $100s, some charge a few thousand, some have charged a few million, but they don't necessarily report all this." Additionally, these girls can sometimes leave the confines of the legalized brothel and go out elsewhere and freelance, basically, in order to keep more of this money. Thank you.